I definitely want to, come back and I know that there's a lot more to unpack.
It's so much. We do so much.
When you upload the video, maybe whatever links that people could go to donate and add on.
I got that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got just a basic link for just donations.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a GoFundMe that I created 2 years ago that didn't do very well. We had a $10,000 goal. Maybe that was too ambitious, at the time of COVID and stuff, but we were really struggling. And so I created this $10,000 GoFundMe, and we may have gotten about $1,300. I had a whole fundraising event at a lounge over the summer with a DJ and everything. We probably got about $400. It's just like, it's hard to kind of get people, and money's tight for everybody right now. Most people, some people. I know a lot of people that got it. We got parents that got it. Those parents can pay the full tuition. But then we have some parents that run out of gas bringing their babies to me. I cash at parents, but so until they get paid. I have parents ask me if their children can spend a night at my house while they go out of the country. And I take them. They come to my house and they're in another country. I have parents call me on days that our calendar says that we're closed, begging me to open because they have nobody else, and I've done it. So it's just, it's like you can't get away from being a community builder just because you say you want to do school. You got to take care of the people, and you have to really genuinely care about the people. If you don't care, you ain't going to do it. People only do what they care about. So that even falls with the involvement with the parents. Every parent ain't all involved like they need to be, And sometimes they have that public school mentality, and we have to continually pull them in. Sometimes it's like herding cats. Grown people, you want this. You paying for this.
It's your children. They want to
check their backpack.
If you say a public school mentality, that's really...
It is, because we were dropped off in public school, and that's it. It's on the teacher. I had a little bit of a different experience with a parochial education coming from a Roman Catholic background. My family was Roman Catholic. That's why when I woke up as the Sleeping Beauty, I flew away from an organized religion because I saw what it did. Woo. We ain't even going to talk about that. That's another conversation. But I knew that I would never, ever go anywhere near it again when it came to like me living that. I respect it because I can see, it can make some people like not be a complete savage. If that's what all you got is the black church or whatever, cool. But I knew that where I was going and what I was going to do and what I wanted children to, it was the only hope. Like, our children is the only hope we have. And a great portion of that is distorted. Look at these boys every single day. They are just shooting because they sat in front of the video game from 5 years old to 12 years old shooting, and it normalized that behavior. Now they out here on the street with a real gun, and it's nothing to take a life because the value of life means nothing, and the act of shooting is normalized. What other excuse? Can't we see it? It's very basic and very practical.
It's right in our faces.
And if you don't care, that's why I don't like people to say I don't care. That bothers me. You shouldn't be an adult saying I don't care.
Right.
I don't even think, even if it's somebody that you don't like or that then got on your nerves or you didn't got into it with, you should still care. Even the mosque and the NOI, the women are taught. They are never to discuss another woman's business if she's not present. See, there's different values, but that comes from care. You understand? They're even taught in the mosque that if you and your sister have an issue, you go harder with your love. We will throw your ass away in a minute because we don't have that value. We say, I don't care. She did me dirty. She did this and that. You still recording?
Yeah,
I didn't say profanity.
I'll call that out.
Yes, and it's like we often say that. I don't care. We give up on each other and we throw each other away, and we're not disposable. We need each other. I apologize. Can we go to the table and talk? We call it mbongi. We have to have an mbongi. That means a collective cipher. The children have them, and they tell the teachers what they don't like. The teachers talk to them and tell them, don't we? Tell them we have it, and they be like, well, they get a chance to share, and then we talk about our expectations on them. Children aren't given critical thinking skills or the opportunities to be accountable and responsible. Parents are doing everything for these children. That's why my 36-year-old son knew how to fry chicken when he was 11. You have to come home from school and take care of things. You don't just sit in front of a TV and do nothing. You don't hang out and sleep until 1 p.m. on a Saturday. There's no responsibility. There's no chores. Do the children really ask them that next Friday, wise? Which one of y'all got chores? Tell me what you do during your chore time. And just see what responses that you get. They might have to pick stuff up off their bedroom floors. But there's no real accountability. My daughter's 11, and I realized that I needed to give her more responsibility. So last week, I put 10 bags of groceries on the floor when we came back from the supermarket. But I realized that I needed to kind of dictate where the food needed to go. I'm not just going to expect her because she's able-bodied and she's brilliant and 11. She needs to know where our things actually go. And I didn't show her that. So I'm like, let me kind of, orchestrate this and show her. So I don't have to, be mad at her for putting something where it doesn't belong. You have to show them. You have to teach them. You have to take time out to teach them something new often. It's just not on the school system. We have a responsibility as parents, as caregivers, as aunties. Even when it comes to the Black family, the dynamic is so different because our families are so separated. We grew up with the auntie in the house that you had to go talk to. Go talk to your uncle about such and such. Call your grandmother and tell her happy birthday. Don't forget, your sister needs such and... Where's the family? Everything's so individualized. So now the children are so individualized. We came outside with one ball, 10 children. We all played the game. Everybody need their own ball now. So you got to think about what's happening with the children and why. That's critical thinking. That's being accountable and responsible.
I was reading this book, and it was saying that the more adequate responsibility and accountability you give to children, the more you build self-esteem. And when you don't help them or give them adequate responsibility, it stifles their growth and development. It makes them insecure because they don't really have the time to show and prove that they're capable for their own selves.
Now they scared, or now they feel like they can't, or now they feel incapable or incapable, and then that goes on into adulthood. Now you got a 40-year-old trying to unlearn the toxicity, doing shadow work, need a little therapy, knowledge of self. You know what I mean? Where if we at this foundational level,
they grow up with it.
Yeah, right.
That's it. And we got brother-wise supremes that come through and give that, that God energy, letting our young gods know and see that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Did you think that through? Why did you say that? And that coming from a man, as opposed to all this maternal energy that's in the space all day. I look forward to seeing him on the camera, come through and be walking around in the space and talking and engaging the children, sitting over there playing chess with them. And that warms my heart, and it lets me know, people still care. They really do. I'm not giving him what he deserves, pay-wise. He's doing it because he cares. Oh, he's coming on public transportation. He's a student. He's a coach. He's got a life. But he is consistent, and he's here every week. He cleans. He builds. He teaches. He nurtures. He gets snack. What y'all need. He's hands-on. And that's what we need more of, especially from the brothers.
That made me think. I know somebody who plays guitar, and he's part of some system where he teaches kids for free. I'll reach out to him and see if this is something, like you said, with the music, and just because I know a lot of people who do play different instruments, and reach out and see their availability and will they be even willing to somehow add on.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're asking for, though. We're just looking for people who, just people say it. What can I do? How can I add on? How can I assist and support? and then you give it to them, and then it's like
You don't
the
know
asteroid
what
fizzles out, and it's. But here's it. He's been here since the beginning. He came to me. I didn't even have to ask him, what can I do? And been here ever since. So that's honorable to me. So a lot of people have a good intention. I really would like to help and support, but then life starts life, and then it kind of just goes away. So we need consistency, and we need committed people that, really want to work with the children. Everybody doesn't want to work with the youth. They feel like that. First of all, it's laborious. It does require a lot of your life force energy, and it takes a lot. And because of behaviors, sometimes people don't have the tolerance for the behaviors. We have children that have a lot of, I'm not even going to say a lot. We have a few that we have had in our care that may have some social issues, that need to be here. This is a space for them. This is a space for those children that may not be as productive in a public school or charter school setting, but you in a classroom with 7 people. Your second grade is 7, I think, 7 children. 3rd through 5th grade is 4 students downstairs. We're going to take a tour. We got time to meet you where you are and give you what you need and slow down. Let's talk. Let's problem solve. Let's go deep to the deep places and see, why did you have that? And what was that outburst about? And where did that come from? And what did that mean? And what can we do to have a better outcome? You really can't get that when you jammed into a classroom with 27 other children and you have a para and a teacher and you got 10 IEPs. You're not going to get the same outcome. So this is that special sacred space where we can meet the children where they are based on the need that they have. If they have a little social quirky thing going on, we can really sit with them and counsel a little bit longer. Have more meetings with the parent to see how we could get a better, flow with the child as a community. Let's deal with this as a family. That's kind of hard to build when you're in these different settings. So that's the advantage.
Well, peace. You want to give us a tour?
Yeah, we could do a tour.
If Mecca did this.